Hello and welcome to another Agrisolutions Croplan Genetics Crop Cam. I'm Mark Ullman, Seed and Agronomy Advisor. Today I have with me Luke Brecky from Eastern Farmers Co-op, Sales Manager, and with him Sales Agronomist Scott Bowman. Today we want to talk about answer plots activities. We have one coming up July, Friday the 24th here in the Worthington location. Basically in the morning we bring the sellers in from 9 till noon, finish with the lunch, train them in the morning, and then invite growers in for dinner with us and the sellers at the same time for dinner, and then bring the growers back out in the plot from about 12:30, 1 o'clock until about 2 o'clock and just show you what's going on with current issues, genetic families, corn staging, corn maturities, soybean maturities, what's going on with insects and diseases, different things going on in your fields through the month of July. It's all about Art of the Seventh, the genetics, the soil types, the plant populations, cropping system, traits, plant nutrition, and of course crop protection products. Answer plot locations for 2009, 138 locations across the nation. This one in Worthington being a mega site, 30 acres of research and development. As far as seed partners with Croplan Genetics are Monsanto, NK brand, and Mycogen, all represented at the answer plot, showcased and discussed. Crop protection products, Agrisolutions, along with our partners Monsanto, Bayer Crop Science, Syngenta, BSF, DuPont, and Dow AgriScience. So we cover a lot of manufacturers, representatives from seed and CPP products at these plots. And one of the stations we talk about at the plots is genetic corn family. So in front of Scott and Luke here we have the hybrid 4421. On the left here next to Luke we'll have the male of the hybrid. Over by Scott, on Scott's left we'll have the female of the hybrid. And the two rows in between will be the hybrid itself. So Scott, can you tell me about the female of 4421?
Well, the female 4421 is a high yield by late health plant. Most of that being high yield, which is self-explanatory. You get the yield out of that. You've got a somewhat upright leaf, sticks up, and it's wide. Catches a lot of sun. Makes photosynthesis for your crop.
Great.
On Luke's side,
yep. On Luke's side we have the male, which is
This is a northern by western male that we have here, and some of the characteristics that those genetic families are going to give us, typically kind of a shorter plant, very good root system. It's going to have some natural corn borer tolerance, and also that western genetics is going to give us some good drought tolerance. So when we get hot and dry in the summertime, our plant can withstand those conditions.
Great, Luke. And now, Scott, something else at the answer plot we're starting new this year is response to nitrogen study. We've done response to plant density. We've done different responses per hybrid, per different rates of different products. We're working on response to nitrogen. And Scott, could you share some of the things we're doing with that?
yeah, the response to nitrogen basically means how the crop responds to nitrogen. Out here we have 20 different hybrids arranged throughout the plot with 3 different nitrogen rates, and it's replicated twice out here. That way we know if this particular hybrid responds better at a high population versus a low population, and also at what nitrogen rate it performs the best.
Great. And that's the next step. It's brand new for us in the industry. We're looking at it. We've been doing response to plant density for 4 years, response to headline, or a fungicide application for 3 years. And with that fungicide, Luke, we're going to be getting into that here at the end of July, going into August, mid-July through early August. What are our opportunities and what should we be doing with fungicide applications?
If you look at this corn plant, I can actually feel down in here and feel that tassel starting to come up on that corn plant. When we're going to want to apply our fungicide on corn is when we've got almost all the tassels emerged on that corn plant. And so we're probably talking maybe 3 weeks roughly. We're going to have a lot of our tassels starting to come out on our corn crop. And that would be a perfect time to apply that fungicide. And one of the reasons you're going to want to think about that is because of the warm, moist conditions we've had recently. There's going to be a lot of different diseases coming into our crop. Also, on the soybean crop right now, we're just probably starting to flower on a lot of our soybeans. And you're going to be in that 2 to 3 week time frame from now you're going to want to be that R3 stage is when you're going to want to apply a fungicide on your soybean crop. And so 2 to 3 weeks from now would be another, key time for that soybean plant. And same type of situation. We've got a lot of moisture, warm conditions, humid, dewy in the mornings. That's going to cause disease out in those fields. So that would be good timing for a fungicide application.
Great. Good discussion. And a lot, things to remember is today is July 7th. So, we got the answer plot date coming up on the 24th. At that time, we're going to have great opportunity to see these things hands-on for the sellers and the growers here at the Worthington answer plot. Luke, you got some dates coming up too on behalf of Eastern and the answer plot system. Could you share with us some dates and times?
Yep, we sure do. On July 24th in the afternoon, after we go through the answer plot here, we're going to bring in a smaller group of our customers, whoever wants to come, that afternoon either from noon to 2 o'clock or from 3 to 6 o'clock, whatever time works for them. And then also on August 12th, we're going to have a Eastern Farmers customer tour at our Chancellor, South Dakota answer plot for anyone over to the west and South Dakota side. And that's going to go from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock with dinner in between there. And then on August 13th, we're going to have, for anyone over in the Minnesota area, we're going to have answer plot tour for Eastern Farmers customers here in Worthington. And that's also going to be from 10 o'clock to 1 p.m. So any of those times work for you, come on out to our answer plot tours, and if those dates don't work, we'd be more than happy to give you a personal tour, any one of our agronomists.
Great. So with that concludes another episode of the Croplan Genetics Agrisolutions Crop Cam. Thanks to Scott and Luke today for being with us, and have a great week. You can also view this on us104.net.